Alright. So we've cleared out this area, and this area, this area. So we just have everything that's in here. So that'll be, what? 9 more parts, 10 more parts, somewhere in that vicinity. I'm gonna have to explore and explore fast. Alright, I see one right off the bat, so let's grab some blue Pikmin. I can just stay ahead of schedule, which would be 2 parts, you know, 1 to 2 parts per day. Not really mess up or waste any days. I think we'll be okay. So, this one shouldn't be too hard to get, I think. And then we should be able to, hopefully, you know, double up on a second part, maybe. I'm hoping anyways. Yeah, so let's change the camera angle, that'll be good. I'm a little short here, I think. Guessing he needs at least 20 Pikmin to carry that. So what we'll do is we'll try this whole thing again. I'm glad I fucked that up. Always great. This should be good. Found the repair bolt. Robotic Marvel can fix just about anything in the ship that's broken. Good, because I get terribly bored fixing little glitches. I have to determine what's blocking their way and what I can do to resolve the issue. Huh. Even though these are water Pikmin, they seem to have their pathway blocked. Okay, they're telling me that something's blocking my Pikmin's path. Then they delivered... Okay, they must be talking about something else. There's definitely a part. Part there, there's a part there. Those are 2 more parts I can easily get. Do that. Here's a question for everyone. Hopefully American people who are listening to me. Why does the presidential debate start so early? Like, if the election for president is until 2024, okay? Follow me with this, if you will, okay? And, okay, so you're going to start... You're not the incumbent president. On my massage machine. Lower back. To go to work. I can't wait till it gets installed again. Low lumbar region's been paying me ever since crash. Such sweet relief. So if you're not the incoming president, okay? Incumbent president. Okay. And so you probably don't have to really worry about a rival. A challenger, if you will, okay? And the election for president isn't for another, let's see here, right now it's the end of July, so August, September, October, that would be what, 15 months? Roughly 15 and a half months to go. Why would you be holding a debate for your primary candidate in August of this year? I mean, it's just, for me, it's this election stuff's become more of like a what do they call that? A spectacle. You know, I don't actually know when the first primary or the first state to vote in the primary is. If I was moved all the way back up to say like January of 2020, I mean 2024, or if the first primary is until say, you know, May. But I think I may have mentioned this before, but in my ideal world, your primary would start for your president anyways. Your season would start sometime where you would announce your presidency and you would start gathering money. You could start whenever you want. You want to start in the year before, whatever. I don't care, okay? But the first primary election does not occur until May. Okay? That means you want to have your debate in, say, April. That's fine. But your first primary vote, state by state, cannot occur till May. Okay? And then you can have more other states and primaries in, say, June. And then, you know, eventually you get to who's going to win, who's going to represent each party, okay? And then that would start in August, okay? And then, you know, sometime from, say, August to... I want to say late August, but we'll just say beginning of August. So from, let's say, August 1st to the first week of, or the first Tuesday in November. Okay, they'll give you all of August, September, October to have debates, you know, to try to give people, but sort of my point is I'd like to see it shorter so that, you know, you're having your primary in, say, late August, early September. You have a series of 3 to 5 debates, or however many debates they normally do, and then, you know, the whole process is done in 2 or 3 months, you know, from, you know, 2 months for the primary, 2 months for the president, you know, from the primary to the presidential election. And, you know, this all gets done in a course of 4 months. So, you know, if you want to, you know, be CNN, MSNBC, Fox, First, you know, AN, whatever, and you want to fucking circle jerk the, you know, who's going to be the next president and, you know, 2028, you know, to death, that's your business, okay? But, like, I don't care. You know, you know, the vote, the official, you know, the game, you know, if you're going to talk about, you're going to compare it to sports, the game doesn't start till they start playing their first, you know, regular season game. And then, you know, that would be your first primary, say in March, or yeah, in May or June. Then, you know, 2 months later, you've got your candidate who's going to represent your party. And then 2 months later, you know, after you've had your, you know, debates between the different political parties, you know, you have your election. So, you know, we get this long, blown out, fucking joke of a process down to as short as possible, so that, you know, you can essentially rip the band-aid off and be done with it, you know. And I understand, you know, we're talking about one of the most important blah blah blahs and all, and it's such a weird process because, you know, in England they have a parliamentary process where, you know, whoever gets the most, you know, whoever has the most members of parliament, that becomes the majority faction, the leading faction, and then the opposition is made up of whoever is not in the government faction, if you will. And I understand that creates a situation where if you cannot pull 50% of the entire parliament, that means you have to create a coalition government, which, you know, I don't know. I've often said that I think that if things were, you were voting, instead of voting maybe for an individual, and you're looking at, you know, say, well, do I want, you know, I'm a Republican, I don't like Donald Trump, but I really like, say, I don't know, someone that's maybe a little bit more moderate than Trump and DeSantis, you know, and then at that point, you know, as a party itself, you know, you can basically dictate who's going to be, you know, who would you, you know, of the people that are, say, in the House or Senate, who would you want to be you know, run the country, per se, you know what I mean? And I understand that's not how the U.S. Federal Republic works, you know, and it's sort of a unique, interesting system, but things in terms of the government have not changed in such a long time, and the whole, you know, college, electoral college, it's not well represented because there's not enough House of Representative members, but you're not giving people, you know, popular vote to vote for the actual president. I don't know. I'm just sort of ranting. Found my interstellar radio. Not only does it mean a constant SOS signal, it also broadcasts voices from space that'll brighten up my moments of boredom. The dolphin Trumbull becomes quite lonely in the depths of the night. If I can get this to land, that'll be good, because then I can send non-blue Pikmin to retrieve this. But even if I don't make it, that's okay, as long as we get as close to my ship as possible. Alright, got most of my Pikmins in. Not sure they're all here, but oh well. I'll have a part near me to start out with, and then we can plan on collecting some more parts as we go along. So that wasn't as efficient as I was hoping it would be. I was hoping to get at least 2 to 3 parts there. I got 1. Like I got all my Pikmin back, so we're good. Impact appears to be a large cluster of parts here. If my calculations are correct, I should be able to recover virtually all my missing ship parts, but not quite all of them. Unfortunately, there seems to be some piece that remains unaccounted for. Must find 8 more parts, increase the dolphin's range. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, I got 2 parts that time. Oh, never mind. I thought I only got 1 part. I got 2 parts there. And a 3rd part. So if we can get 2 plus the one that I already partially brought back, we'll be good. Be ahead of schedule. Back to Distant Springs. Because we're going all blue again. Anyways. Dad's birthday's coming up, so by the time you hear this, it'll probably be his birthday. It'll either be the day of or the day after his, shortly after his birthday. Also, fuck this guy. He is kind of just way too close to my camp for me to tolerate his existence. Whereas other guys, I'm like, okay, great. You're close to me, but you're far enough that I don't care. This guy is way too close to me. So we're gonna have to take you out of the sky. So, make you regret this. Coming near me. You jerk. Let's go, Pikmin. Probably be better if I use red Pikmin to fight this guy, but whatever. I do find it kind of weird that Pikmin, you can power up your Pikmin. Okay, that's not all like that, like, okay, the game gives you the ability to have Pikmin that are stronger, faster, and maybe not necessarily lift more stuff, but, they move faster, obviously. They're probably attacks better than, say, base Pikmin. But then, certain enemies can either light them on fire or blow away their power-ups, so they go from being a flower Pikmin back to a leaf Pikmin, even though, like, they were previously a flower Pikmin. Like, I know a little bit about plants, Like, if you have a flower and you pick all of its blooms off, it doesn't go back to being a leaf, quite the opposite. Guys. But I guess that's maybe if one of their sort of like, hey, here's a halfway between me out now killing your Pikmin and, getting penalized for being in his range. Getting sometimes try to get some of my siblings to watch stuff that I've seen either on Netflix, Hulu, or elsewhere. Sometimes I can convince them to do it, and in a lot of cases I cannot. And I understand. You know, if I sit down and watch a television show like Bob's Burgers, okay? Which I know my sister Julius watched Bob's Burgers probably all the way through. You know, that's like, you know, okay, you know, that's something where you've already watched it, I'm catching up now, and, you know, we can talk about it later. But in a lot of cases, like, I see stuff and I'm like, oh, you guys should really watch this. And then, you know, obviously they have other shows they want to watch, whether that be, you know, new shows like the Wednesday from the Addams Family, or, you know, I don't even know what else is on television anymore. I've, like, basically lost all understanding of, like, you know, this is what people watch now. Because I don't really dig. I'm not really a big person who likes, like, I don't like reality television. Because, like, for me, it's always been, you know, I think the concept of reality television is interesting, but it for the sake of trying to take a square peg, which is reality television, and to pound it through the hole that is circular, because television is interesting because you have storylines and characters to root for or against, you know, heroes and villains and etc. We're going to take all the random humans and we're going to shove them through this round hole so that we can have storylines and heroes and villains, and, you know, people are going to say stuff that probably wouldn't normally come out of their mouth, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, I understand when you're interviewing these people to be on the show itself, you know, you're looking for a type of person that's, like, outgoing and, you know, active in front of the camera, and then you want to create dynamics where people are working together, but, you know, maybe there's some egos that are getting in the way of each other. I get that, you know, and I don't really, you know, that part I don't care. It's the part where you start, you know, giving people lines to say, and, you know, trying to create storylines where there shouldn't be storylines, or, you know, like in Survivor, they have you do like physical challenges, you know, physical challenges, and, you know, and that gives you an immunity, okay, or whatever, and then, like, we're gonna try to create drama from that as well by, like, you know, putting two people that are best friends on opposite teams, or, you know, just adding all this extra little horse shitty things that they like to do, you know, like, oh, we've got Team A and Team B, and they're gonna fight each other, and whatever team loses gotta go to the place to vote one of their friends off, and, you know, you got the lady or the dude like, I'm gonna vote my best friend off. Sorry, dude. You know, or I'm gonna cry because we've become great friends. We've been friends forever. You know, so not a huge fan. I think in terms of, like, a, you know, sociological, psychological thing, I think it's kind of interesting, but, you know, that's not what television is about. Television is about ratings and making money, blah blah blah. So, yeah, we're gonna beat up the butthead. Guy's gonna sit on us. Alright, let's beat these guys up now. Alright, now that they're dead, I don't have to worry about them giving me problems. I should probably have either my blue or yellow Pikmin come pick these up so we can make more yellow and blue Pikmin. But, we'll see. Red Pikmin's my all-rounders, you know? They're just all-around good. except they don't swim. You know, yellow Pikmin are kind of like your specialists. You know, they're really good at what they do, but they're not really all that much stronger. And then, you know, your blue Pikmin are your, I don't know. I don't even know how to... they're not a specialist. They're not like your all-arounder. They're like, I don't know, in between. You know, they have a very specific ability, which is they can breathe underwater. But at the same time, it's like they're not they're not as light as yellow Pikmin. They can't carry bombs. You know, they have a very, you know, unique ability. I don't know where I'm really going with this, because it's like the ability to swim is like it's not optional in this game, you know. And I know that the ability, you know, you have to have bombs so you can break down some walls, but like it seems like kind of a niche ability versus like innately being able to breathe underwater is like super great. Like if my yellow Pikmin go and pick up a bomb and I whistle at them and they drop the bomb and blow up the yellow Pikmin, that's a problem. So there's like you know, big reward, big you know, big upside, big downside. Whereas, you know, blue Pikmin, they breathe underwater. If I whistle at them, they're not going to drown. You know? They're not going to drown because, you know, the yellow Pikmin, or I'm sorry, the blue Pikmin's not going to drown because, oh, well, I whistled at them. They're not supposed to be whistled at or whatever. I'm having a little bit of trouble here as my camp is being invaded by buttholes. Got frog butthole and bug butthole coming in trying to wreck my Pikmins. You know, I got 95 Pikmin out. Just drowned a whole bunch of yellow Pikmin, though. Well, they're not actually drowned. Alright, let's go. We're gonna kill the frog. Jesus Christ, look at all them yellow Pikmin die. I think I just drained like 25 of them. Alright, let's pull these Pikmin right out of the ground. That's a red Pikmin? That's a red Pikmin. I don't remember my red Pikmin dying there, but whatever. Paying attention. I need a little bit of everything right now. Well, looks like we're done for today. Never mind. I'm gonna say I kind of probably need to balance my Pikmin again and go off into the world. There's one Pikmin. Two. 3, 4, okay. I know where the other ones are. Good. Good, good, good. Alright, that one's planted. That one doesn't matter then. Alright, I managed to pull the last one, so no one's dead. So we are good. I got 2 parts yesterday, 2 parts today. So that's, you know, starting to get ahead of schedule. Pull 2 tomorrow will definitely be pretty far ahead. And then hopefully turn hopefully get ahead of schedule and, you know, not have to worry about not finishing or getting the end up getting the bad ending. And we can focus on trying to go from the neutral ending to the good ending. Alright, and we're going to take a break here, and when we come back, we've got 7 more parts to go, and I've got 10 more days, or 11 more days to go, so I think we're on track, and we should be able to do this. So, till then, hope you guys have a good one.